Here we go, friends. I got one for you today. Yes, sir. It was my day off, so I went out. Well, I went out and drove around looking to see if I could maybe get some DJ work. I found a few things, a few possible gigs. But that's all beside the point. Yeah. And again, when I say gigs, I offered my services free to businesses that are starting up, trying to get a leg in the action again. But while I was doing that, my wife Sandy was cleaning some of the antiques she has for sale at that she'll be having for sale at actually her booth up in Slatington, Pennsylvania, Slatington Antique Center, I think, which you should look up. I think that's the name of it, Slatington Antiques. Big place. It's like an old factory or garage, and it's full of antiques. And well, Sandy's been busy all day cleaning things up. For instance, she has this. That's, in fact, she got two of these. There's one on the other side of the porch here. This, you say, well, Doc, that's a lamp base. Well, actually, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. People don't realize this. You've got to know your stuff, because you could really pass up. She probably got this for maybe a buck at some auction or garage sale, but everybody just kind of poo-pooed it. But this is actually an ancient Mesopotamian fighting spear. Yeah, chariot spear. What they did was they as they attacked their enemy. The enemy assembled in front of them, they would, of course, you'd get this, you'd hold it like this, back a ways, and there was a certain, I guess their hands must have been smaller, and their hand would be out like this, and these are heavy. I mean, you can imagine the momentum, and as you're riding your chariot into battle, well, look at what's waiting for the enemy here. I mean, oh my gosh, yes, of course they're running for their lives. Look, huh? Can you imagine that hollow spear just going, oh my heavens, the mess it would make. Of course their enemies would just turn and the thing is, if you had two of them, you're just, yeah. You could steer the chariot, and you really had to be in shape to do this. You can imagine, I think, ancient texts say that you had to be able to do 200 push-ups with one of your comrades standing on your back before they'd even think of letting you have one of these for a battle weapon. Okay, I'm just saying. So anyway, various, like I said, ancient markings probably have to be translated by, especially these right here. They're probably something sacred. Maybe a prayer before battle. Okay, so there you are. Great thing. Here's something. She got about 7 of these. This is, well, let me set the camera straight. I must have hit it with that again, that chariot battle spear. But now look, this, okay, can you see it? You say, Doc, that's off some kind of hay baler. No, it isn't. Look at that sharp point. Can you see it? Imagine that coming at you at about 30 miles an hour, a chariot with the wheels spinning. What they did was, you see, you'd get the spoke of the chariot wheel, and then you'd lock into one of the, you'd set this part on the axle, and then you'd lock it into place against a spoke, one of the spokes, right, going, yeah. And then as you went into battle, of course, the way you did this was the point would be aimed towards your opponent. So they'd see you coming with a rather long axle with maybe 5 or 6 of these things spinning like you can imagine, heading your way. You know you're getting out of Dodge. Armor's, what good is armor going to be with something like this coming? Huh? And if these don't get you, the horse will. Just saying. You gotta know your stuff. Okay. But again, ancient Mesopotamian, mark them well, because you never know. You might see one of these at a flea market. You could probably buy a house with what one of these would bring at a good auction. And then I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely amazed. Again, a Mesopotamian general, chariot generals, or a commanding officer of the chariot cavalry wore these into battle. Yes. And what they would do, now this is mostly complete. There would be a bowl up in here that was filled with coals, and the light would shine so you knew where your general was going and you could follow him. They were known for attacking at night sometimes. Everybody's just getting ready to go to bed. The enemy's putting on their pajamas, getting into their sleeping, and all of a sudden you smell like incense burning. See, incense would come out of here, out of the top, and you knew you were in trouble. It was almost too late to run and get your weapons. And of course, to light the way, they would have candles here. Yes. And you would lock on to your leader, who would be leading the charge, a pointed attack, and of course he'd have this thing on his head to show his authority. This was let me count. This was a 6-candle general in the Mesopotamian, chariot guard. It took years and many battles before you were considered ready for one of these helmets. And of course, I think there was a chin strap, and well, that's about it. Most of this is fairly in good shape. It's intact. And honestly, I think Sandy's got a winner here. There's also little spots here where I think feathers were, can you see them? Yeah, little feathers. Actually large feathers, plumed ostrich feathers would come out of here and make the commanding chariot officer, make him look even more fierce. Okay, and in a pinch, well, this wouldn't be much good in a fight, but it did protect their head. The big thing you had to watch out for, of course, was a guy coming at you with 2 of these, one in each hand. Okay, one in each hand. And you had to, and then again, an axle full of these babies. Man, you've had it. If you can just imagine 100 chariots coming at you with these hooks of death. I'm just saying. Anyway, things were tough back in those days. Man, you had to sink or swim. Gunner, I'm telling you. Anyway, so there you are, friends. I hope you enjoyed this. She'll be selling these, I think, up at the Slatington Market. Okay, you go in and ask for Sandy's booth. Oh, and if you think they were the wusses back in those days, look at the toothbrush they used. Look at this. Try brushing your teeth with one of these, huh? Yeah. Oh my God. I think they fought with their teeth sometimes. When you lost your sword and everything else, you had your teeth, and doggone, this kept them strong. Just saying. Okay. Well, anyway, I got my. Whew. I hope that was educational for you. Doc South signing off for now. Thank you. And gosh. Anyway, Sandy's very excited about these items, and I don't blame her. I'll see you later. Bye now.